this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I am back with all my little bits and pieces that we made from the whole page collage masterboard, and I've stitched around them with the sewing machine, and I don't know whether the camera is going to really pick this up, to be honest. I can barely see it here in the flesh, but I also did some extra stitching kind of details in one or two places on some of these, so I'm pretty sure the camera is not picking this up, but I just did like a zigzag here, and that's just going to help to keep all the bits and pieces kind of stuck down. Done a zigzag here, but I mean on the whole I did kind of straight stitching mainly just around the edges. I just kind of varied it, or you know, in one or two places just to kind of mix it up, you know, just for a bit of extra fun really. And yeah, I thought let's come along and kind of, you know, finish these off and kind of make some complete pieces, or some completed pieces. Right, I've got here an envelope which I had obviously mucked about with a long time ago with stamps, I'm guessing, and maybe some oxide pastes or something like that. So it's a little bit you know, kind of paler than it would be, but that's just, you know, that's just fine, and actually looks, you know, looks ideal for this kind of thing. So I've got again my gold paint, my gold paint here, so I'm going to definitely be adding some gold paint. I've got some flowers and things like that. I've also got some die cuts which might look good on some of these because they're kind of like the same colour that I have been, you know, using for the pieces. And then I've got some of this gorgeous packaging paper which I'd received in a Happy Mail, and isn't it just so lovely? But I just thought actually this might look quite cool in one or two places, so I'm just going to cut this down. Now I quite like this section which had the sellotape over, I think is really nice. So, you know, I might just add that in one or two places if, you know, if I can make it look, you know, look okay. It might look rubbish, you know, when I come to actually use it. But I just really, really love it. So I thought if we could use it up, you know, I mean, well, not use it up, I've still got some more, but if we could use some of it anyway, I thought would be, you know, pretty cool, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of experiment around and see if we might be able to kind of incorporate some of this somewhere. I mean, maybe not this piece, maybe not, you know, this big sort of amount. You know, maybe we would kind of use a smaller piece. I mean, that's quite cool on there, and you know, we could just staple that on. So let me just grab my Tim Holtz stapler. I'm just going to, yeah, staple that down. I don't know what's going on with my Tim Holtz stapler. I must have a staple stuck in it, I think. Because, yeah, that seems to be when it stops working, is if there's a staple stuck in the end. So let me just try and clear the blockage. Oh my goodness, I can't see. You can probably see better than me. Because, yeah, my eyesight clearly is failing me today. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Let me just put my glasses on. Hang on a second. And then maybe I'll be able to see a bit better what's going on here. There must be a staple stuck in here, but oh, that was one. Now, is that all of it, or is there another one? I feel like there could be another one there. Yep, I don't know how it's got to that weird angle that it's got to, but let me see if I can just grab this out. Again, this is probably not really what I should be doing on camera, because I shouldn't really be encouraging this manhandling of my stapler, but isn't it annoying when these things happen and you know, your things don't work as they should? So let me just see whether, no, there's still a staple stuck in there. I thought there was, but yeah, I couldn't quite see it. So yeah, there obviously is. Oh, come on. I just can't actually see it. Perhaps I need to go by the window where there's better lighting, and then perhaps I'd be able to actually see properly what's going on. Right, let's just give it a try again. Let's put a whole another reel in. Reel? Ooh! Did you see what happened there? They just flicked straight out. Oh, I'm so sorry about this. This was not my intention to come on and be just really zapping up your time watching me try and unclog my stapler. Right, let me see if I can staple it. Just some scrap paper. Is it working? No, it's still not working. Oh! Oh! So annoying when our tools let us down, isn't it? Right. Ah, okay. Hold on. I may have just cleared that. I don't know. Oh, come on. I can kind of see the staple now. Aha, right. Do I have it? That's the question. All right. 1, 2, right, okay. Let's try again. See whether it's working now. Right, okay, we have liftoff. Oh, so sorry about that, guys. Oh, it's so frustrating when you come on and, you know, these things just fail you. So, right, I'm going to put it here. Okay. So, I mean, I love the use of staples, but, you know, I realise they're not perhaps everybody's, you know, everybody's cup of tea. But, yeah, I really kind of like the look of staples. Right, so I'm thinking that looks quite pretty on that envelope. And I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. So, obviously, it's been stitched on the sewing machine. It's just that whole page collage masterboard. But it's got lots of kind of different bits, if you see what I mean. So, I just want to kind of go over to make sure I get anywhere where there's different pages. So like these are obviously different pages. Just, yeah, so hopefully it's stuck down properly. So, right. Have I got some on this edge? Hopefully I have. Right. Okay. Let's go for that. So we're just going to put that down like that. Okay, right. Looking good so far. So pretty, isn't it? Absolutely love how all of these pieces have turned out, I must say. They look really gorgeous. I mean, so much nicer than I thought they were going to be. I mean, I'm not saying I thought they were going to be horrible, but yeah, they've turned out so much nicer than I even expected. So yeah, I really hope that you guys love them as much as I do. Now, I'm going to edge this with some gold paint, and I'm just going to kind of do this with my fingers. Just like around, mainly around the envelope. Can't help but wonder whether I'd be better off actually spraying that down with some ink. I quite liked the effect that I got with some water, sorry. I quite liked the effect that I got with the, you know, dabbed on, you know, what did I use? Acetate. It just kind of, yeah, picked up just, you know, sections, which was really rather nice for doing that sort of eclectic, you know, not everywhere appearance. So yeah, it's just nice, really nice. Okay, put down there. And again, just going to put some on the back. I mean, not that I know yet what will be going on the back, but just, you know, so I've got a bit of continuity. I'll do the back, and that way, you know, whatever I put there, we can, you know, tie in vaguely. Okay, a bit down there. Okay, right, okay, so let's just quickly, oops, put in a wet wipe off some of this. Now, do we want some of this on here, or do we think this is like not the piece? I'm going to just again dab some gold around the edge, just on like the swirly, you know, this swirly kind of frame section, just in bits. Oops, I overdid it there a bit, but oh well. Better too much than not enough is what I say. Okay. How gorgeous does that look? It might be that that is actually too much on this particular piece. So I might be better off having it on something else. I really love to cut my frames and things down, so I'm going to do that. And then it's, you know, a bit less kind of intrusive. So, yeah. Just have a look and see. I mean, that's quite cool, isn't it? I don't know. I might prefer it on a different piece, to be honest, because there is a lot of stuff already going on here. Now, I've also brought along some lace, and this is a really pretty sort of peachy pinky colour, which at first glance, you know, doesn't necessarily go with this colour combination that I've got going on. But actually, to be honest, once I kind of looked at it for a few minutes, I thought, actually, I think this is just what it needs, because it's a really delicate sort of colour. And yeah, I think it would work actually really well. So I'm just going to cut that sort of scalloped edge off. And we'll just have this somewhere on that envelope. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe even just down that side looks quite pretty. Or maybe down this side. Or we could have it kind of overlapping that lace. I mean, to be honest, it's actually one of those things that actually everywhere I'm putting it, I'm like, ooh, that's quite nice. Ooh, that's quite nice. Ooh. Sorry, and I realise my arm is now blocking the light, so I do apologise for that. I think I quite like it over there, to be honest. Now, again, I've got that leafy trim that we have been using, that I've been struggling to stick on. But I'm just wondering whether we could have some of that on here. So let me just straighten that out. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? So, yep, I'm just going to stick this down. Now, I'm just going to hot glue this because, yeah, I'm going for speed now. So, because I would really like to get all of these pieces done if possible. I don't know whether I will be able to, but we will give it a try. Now, this has again become a bit twisted where it's been laying around on my desk. So I might have to glue this in kind of like 2 sections. So I might go for this bottom section first. And again, just going to hot glue, not hoo glue, but yeah, hot glue this on like that. And then take the top section, like that. Oh, come on. Oh. Like that. Okay. Love how that looks. That's so pretty. Now, the only other thing that we have not added at all is bling, and I you know, I don't know whether it even needs any, to be honest. It's looking pretty, you know, pretty on its own. I don't know whether it really even needs any bling, but hey, let's give it a try. So just cut a bit down. Just see. Oh yeah, everything always looks better with bling, doesn't it? So it just kind of lifts it. Let me just pop that there. Oh, yummy, yummy. Love that. Okay, so that's my envelope piece. Just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So let's put that to one side. Okay, that's piece number 1. Right, this is the next piece, which I thought that, you know, this is just perfect as just like a pocket, to be honest. Again, just going to kind of edge this a little bit in some extra gold, you know, just in 1 or 2 sections. Okay, that looks really pretty. And then with my lace, again, just going to take that and just see whether we might want it poking out, maybe either from the side or from the bottom. So let me just cut this down for a moment. Oops. Now, do we think this is better from the bottom hanging, or do we like it better from the side hanging? I think I quite liked it at the bottom, actually. Yeah, I quite like it at the bottom. So again, all I'm going to do is just run a line of hot glue straight across there like that, and pop that down there. Just must be a bit careful because my gold paint is still, you know, still wet on there. And then I'm just going to cut that down here. And then for this one, I'm just wondering whether we might want to have a wax seal or anything. So bought my wax seal colours along. Don't know whether I've got something that would be quite the right colour. Let's just have a look. I mean, that's quite pretty, isn't it? And then thinking kind of mix it a bit with this, which is slightly different colour pink. Oops, hold on a second, sorry. Oh, I'm just going to try and grab the phone. Hold on. Sorry about that. That was just my mum and dad, you know, doing that FaceTime thing. So, right, I've got my pink there, which I think will look really, really nice. So let me just get my candle and we will do that wax seal. Now, I love the wax seals with the ribbon, you know, is my favourite way to have a wax seal. I don't think I need to have a ribbon here because, to be honest, whoops, we've already, oh, I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, surely this is not out of gas already. Okay. Yeah, my favourite way to have them is with the ribbon. Now, obviously, I feel like we've got enough ribbon on here because we've already got the ribbon that's actually in the, you know, the masterboard pieces. So I'm not going to actually put any ribbon on. So just going to put one more pellet in because sometimes I think it needs an extra one. I'm just going to add a gold one, I think. So, okay. Right. Now, I also bought along some flower trims. So I'm just going to see if we might like some flower trim anywhere. Oops. Oh, I can't really see which is the right way and the wrong way of this. I think that's the right way. Oh, that's quite pretty. I'll check what it looks like when we've got the wax seal on it because it, you know, it may look too much. Right, so then I've got this one, which again, I thought this would be lovely as a belly band. And, you know, perfect. I'm just going to put this little bit of lace trim just across the bottom. I might even keep it scalloped on that sort of edge because that maybe looks, you know, pretty. So I'm just going to kind of glue that on there at the bottom like that. Okay. Whoa, dear. Just going to see whether I could have that label on this one or not. I mean, to be honest, these are all quite full-on pieces, so it might be that actually, you know, these labels actually maybe won't find their way on here at all. Oh, I quite like this, so actually stapled on here. So just going to cut this down slightly so it's not quite so wide. And then I'm just going to staple this just across at the bottom. Whoops. Oh, come on. Okay. And two. Okay. That looks pretty, doesn't it? And then again, just going to put a little bit of gold around on the corner, I think, and maybe a bit on that corner as well. Yeah, I quite like how that looks. Now, do we want anything else on here? We didn't put any bling on, did we? Or, actually, I'm thinking maybe one of those flowers that we'd just mentioned would look quite good on this one. Now, do we want it down here on the bottom? Oh, yeah, that's quite pretty, isn't it, on the bottom? So, yeah, let's just pop that down there. Oh, that looks really pretty, I must say. Yeah, really nice. I'm just going to see. Might be kind of like overdoing it completely here, but I'm just going to see whether we might like another flower up at the top somewhere. Oh, what's happened to my pink flower trim now? I've just that second cut, you know, cut a flower from it, and now already I've lost it. Don't know what's going on. Let's see if we might have a blue one. Oh, that's probably weird. Yeah, that's probably very weird. Oh, that looks quite pretty actually with the two. Let's do that. Okay. Do we want to do that, or do we think it looks better without? Oh, perhaps I'll leave it without. I don't know. It's one of them things that, you know, like I put it there and I think, yep, and then I take it away and I think, yep. Oh, let's just go for it, shall we? Yeah. Okay. Let's go for that. Now, the other thing I'm thinking is, do we want some bling in the centre of that butterfly? Oh, do you know that wax has been sat there now melted for a few minutes, hasn't it? And I'd forgotten about that. I don't know what happens, whether it can just disintegrate in the end, but we'll end up with no wax left. So yeah, I'm thinking just a little bit of bling in the centre of that butterfly. So, oops. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm having a fingers and thumbs day today. Okay. That looks pretty, and yep, let's just glue this down a bit more because you know, obviously I only glued these like in a very loose state, some of these bits, because I was, you know, not sure where I was stitching. So yeah, some of them just need a little bit of extra stitching. So that looks pretty, doesn't it? Now I'm just going to check whether I might like to have any more lace on this one. Just wondering whether I might like a bit of lace kind of at the top. So yeah. So just going to glue this on here. This is different lace. This is ivory, but I just thought actually this might look quite nice. Just literally bunched up on there. I mean, nothing, yeah, not flat, not anything, just bunched up. That looks pretty, doesn't it? Right, okay. We finally have our wax now ready to go. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why I say finally, you know, it's been ready for ages, but yeah, I've just been ignoring it. Right, there's my little wax sealer over there. And we were going to have it down here, weren't we? So yeah, let's just pop that down there. Okay. Oops. So just to finish that off, I think that will look very, very pretty. And do we want any bling on here? That's the question. Again, just sometimes you get those, you know, yeah, like kind of side thread things. So just trim it up at the sides. Oops. Like that. Oh, how pretty does that look? Yeah. So obviously this is a little bit sort of tricky because this is just going to be glued straight onto that lace. It's not really kind of sticking onto the cardboard at all or anything. It's literally onto the lace. So yeah. Okay. That looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Oh, I love that one. This is probably my favourite piece out of the whole, you know, the whole thing that we did. I love, love, love this so much. Oh, my favourite piece. Okay, right. Let's move along. So I can't remember what we did with some of these, you know, what was the intended plan. Right, so I've got this one. Now this was that big pocket. I need to trim it down. So I'm just going to trim it down here on the edges. Like so. Come on. And I zigzagged across the bottom just so as it had a bit more interest, which I thought looked pretty. Now this, as you can see, is lifting because again I didn't really glue it on that brilliantly, so I'm just going to glue that down like that, just so as it's, you know, properly attached. Okay, and wonder if we can have one of these. I know this is going to be my piece that I just constantly am pulling in on this video. Sometimes I do that. And today it's the turn of this label piece. No, again, I can't really seem to fit it anywhere. I mean, it could go there, I guess, on the side. yeah, probably. Well, actually, maybe it looks good there. Wondering if we should have a wax seal on here, just because, again, I thought maybe that would look quite nice. And I think maybe some more of that lace, because that will definitely look pretty. I must just be dropping things on the floor because my lace is now on the floor. Yeah, who knows what's going on. Right. Oh, yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Now, do I want it right the way along or just on, I think maybe just to the side like that, actually. So, yep. Like that. Okay. So just trim this off here. Oh, that looks lovely, doesn't it? And then just check how I want this. So I could have that down there, which looks quite pretty. I was obviously having it up here. Does that look too cluttered? Is it better down here, I wonder? And actually, I'm just thinking we could have it here with a wax seal, you know, to the side. Oh, it's a tough decision. Could even have it under, I suppose. And then a wax seal there. It's got quite a sort of regal look, I think, this piece. Or we could have the wax seal over there. I wonder if I should have that over there. Oops. Oh, do you know, I think I'm going to have it like that, actually. So, right. Thinking wet glue for this, because it's got all those little fancy, you know, very tricky bits to stick down. So, yeah, the hot glue, I think, would be a bit on the thick side, you know, to actually get the nozzle to be able to stick it down. So, yeah, just go for the wet glue. Okay. Right, that looks nice. I mean, to be honest, it's quite buried in there, but yeah, still think it looks pretty. Thinking going to round the corners slightly on here. Well, not slightly. I guess you either do or you don't you? But yeah, going to round the corners like that. Maybe just at the top, not at the bottom. And then just going to add some gold paint here on that top section, which otherwise didn't have any gold paint, would you believe? We'll just put a little bit down here as well. Okay, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Right, let's do another wax seal. So I'm going to go with that same pretty pink again, because that looked really beautiful, didn't it? So yeah, let's go for that same combination. So the pink and the gold. So let me just grab in my other shade of pink. Oops. Okay. And the gold as well. Okay. Oh dear. Right. Oh, come on. Why is this not now working? Right. Okay, hopefully they're going to melt. Yeah, I think this looks really, really pretty, to be honest. And yeah, I think I'm going to put the wax seal actually over here. Now, I just want to check whether I wanted any more lace on this pocket. I know it's quite full on now. But yeah, I'm going for obviously a full on look. I mean, all of these pieces are pretty full on, aren't they? None are kind of plain, aren't they? So yeah, I might just want to have another little bit of lace, but maybe on this pocket here. So just take that lace and again, just going to kind of smoosh it a little bit so it's not ruched exactly, but just, yeah, a bit screwed up, I suppose. I mean, I'm not selling it there, even to my own ears. I kind of think, oh, screwing it up. Not sure that's the look that we should really go for, but you know, I think it looks pretty. So yeah, that looks really lovely, doesn't it? So just waiting for the wax seal obviously to melt, and let's just see if we want any bling, because of course I love everything with bling. Okay. Oh, love that. Okay. To be honest, this bling is another one of those things that just everywhere I'm putting it on this particular pocket, it's looking gorgeous. So yeah, I'm going to have it here, but I'm kind of thinking actually it could have gone pretty much anywhere and it would have looked awesome. So, right, let's put that there like that. Yeah, love how that looks. Right. Yeah, very, very pretty. Now, do we want to have any butterfly or anything like that on this piece? No. We're getting a lot of stuff on here, aren't we? And I'm just obviously getting a bit carried away. But sometimes it's hard to know when to stop, isn't it? You know, you're like, oh, should we have something else? Ooh, should we have something else? You know, it's just hard to know when to stop. Now, I've just got these white flowers, actually. I mean, I wish that wax would melt, because at this rate I'm going to put all sorts of things on here, you know, if that wax doesn't hurry up, because all I'm doing is, while I'm waiting, just looking around the desk and grabbing in more and more and more things. It'll be completely smothered with not, you know, not a gap between anything. Okay, right, is this wax melted now? Let's have a look. Nearly, very, very nearly. Oh dear. Oh, come on. Don't know what's going on with my wax at the moment, but yeah, doesn't want to kind of stay in the bowl. So again, just pop that down like that and just put my wax seal on there like that. Okay, yummy, absolutely yummy, yummy pocket. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, we had this one. Now, this one we were going to use for this piece here. Now, got to confess, I have no clue how I'm going to put this on around the circle. So, yeah, I suspect that I'm going to make a hash of this, or it's going to be a huge, huge bodge job anyway. So, right, what I'm doing is feeling where that circle is. Now I'm going to take my pokey tool and just poke roughly where that is. And then what I'm going to do is make a hole, and I'm just going to cut very carefully a little tiny circle, she says. Oh dear. I'm at risk of yeah, tearing the paper here, but okay. Right, let's just tear that round. Okay, so you can see I have this hole now in the paper. Oh, I hope this works, otherwise it's going to look really rubbish. Oh my goodness, how yummy does that look? This is taking on a very, very, yeah, opulent, fairy tale-ish type of appearance, I must say. Right, as I'm just loving those wax seals and I've got it all going, you know, in the spoon, I'm just going to do another one ready for this piece. Yeah, because honestly, every time I've done one, they just look so lovely on these pieces. So it's got the whole theatrics going on about it. So yeah, I'll just do another one. Right, so what I want to do is try and like fit that thing into this hole. So I might have to actually kind of make that hole a bit bigger. Obviously, I mean, I could have punched this, but my punch won't, you know, get into there, if you see what I mean, because I'm assuming this is like a 1 inch, you know, punch. But this, obviously, you know, I can't fit my punch in. So just in case you're wondering, well, why doesn't she just punch it? That's why. So I'm going to just squash this up like that, which I'm hoping I'm now going to be able to fit it through that hole. Okay, Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Woohoo! Right. Hey, that was not too bad. And my goodness, how gorgeous does that look now? I love how that looks. So obviously, it's slightly tricky-ish to get to now. So I'm just going to go in with my wet glue and glue it in place, you know, as best I can. So going to glue round kind of, I don't want to peel it off again because of course the more times I bend up that circle, you know, the more I'm damaging it. So yeah, I'm just kind of going in, sticking it round as best I can, you know, without having to touch it too many times. So yeah, like that. Okay. And then the final bit is of course up here, which again, just go in like that. Okay, right, press that down. Oops, that's a wet wipe. Okay, like that. So, I mean, obviously I have screwed up my circle here. You know, you can probably see it's creased now. Personally, I don't mind that. It's all looking, you know, more vintage to me. So, yeah, I don't mind that. But, I mean, of course, you might have a much better way of doing this than I have. You know, you could probably cut a slit here and kind of like slip it in, and then you wouldn't have to screw this up at all. Personally, I prefer the screwed up look to the slit, I think. But having said that, depending on what this, you know, picture is, you could probably cover that up with a bit of lace or something. So I think you've got different ways of doing that. That was just, yeah, my shoddy method. But, you know, do play around and kind of obviously do things like that in your best way, because you've probably got, if I'm truthful, you've probably got a much better way than I have. So, right, okay, let's just now glue this one down. And again, just kind of like, you know, ruching that lace slightly like that, so it's not completely flat on there. So, yeah, looks really nice. Again, going to just put, I think, a bit of bling on here. Looks beautiful. Now, where am I going to put my wax seal? I'm thinking over there. So, yeah, let's get this piece down. Like that. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And, yeah, let's give my wax now a bit of a stir. Okay, that gold pellet is not quite melted in there, so I'll just give it a couple more minutes. Okay, love how that looks. And do we want to have anything here on the flap? We've got obviously those bits that we were saying about using as clusters. So I'm just wondering, you know, whether we could have anything from those. Oh, they're a bit on the large side, to be perfectly honest. So I think what I'll do is just tie in kind of the bottom with the flap, if you know what I mean. We'll just have maybe a little bit of lace going across the bottom of that flap. So again, just need to trim this down like that. Okay, so that can go, yeah, across there. I will do a bit of gold, you know, around the edge of the buff coloured kind of envelope piece. Okay, and then probably just, you know, a bit in here as well. Oh dear, come on. Yeah, okay, so that looks pretty, doesn't it? And yeah, I'm thinking this here across the flap And do I have any more of the, you know, this lace to hand? Because that would look quite pretty. Let's put our wax seal down because that must be melted by now. Yep. Okay. Right. Just going to clean my spoon out and blow my candle out. Always a relief when that goes out because obviously the desk's a bit of a fire hazard. Right, okay, so yeah, I'm thinking if I've got any more of that lace trim, which I definitely have, but again, just wanting to pull it in without having to leave the desk. So of course I don't have it actually here to hand. Yeah, of course that would be way too easy, wouldn't it? So I'm going to just, I think, attach this here. And then like in slow time, I might come along and do, you know, put something else there. So actually, again, I might just go around a bit on the edge of the circle. Okay. Right. Let's just go across here like that. Okay, it's pretty. Let's take that piece out of there, take that out. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? Ah, absolutely love how this looks. That is so pretty, I must say. So yeah, I mean, we can just obviously wrap that round. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love the colours of this. Everything's just come out so lovely. I'm definitely going to do the whole dabbing with gold again on some more pieces that I make because, wow, I couldn't tell you how much, or I can't tell you how much I love how they've turned out. They just are gorgeous. So, yeah, definitely going to be something I'm going to do again. Right, that probably is going to have to be it for today because I best phone my mum and dad back. So, because I just kind of answered and said, oh, I'm just doing a video, and they said, oh, fine, call us back. So yeah, I should probably I have got this here. I'm just wondering whether I could just pull this off, just because it was easier to pull this off than to actually, you know, leave my desk and go and hunt some more of this trim down. But I just wondered whether I could have some of this here, so maybe just like one piece, you know, one petal. So yeah, oh, how stunning does that look? So yep, just going to pop that down onto there. Oh, I love how that looks. Right, okay, let's have a look at the pieces that we've done so far. You know, obviously I do have a lot more pieces to do, but wow, I can't tell you how much I'm really loving the look of all these bits and pieces that we've made so far. So we've got this one here, we've got this one which is that double pocket, got this one here which I would use as like a side pocket, we've got this one belly band, and this one which is of course the envelope. Oh my goodness, don't they just look so yummy? Absolutely yummy. I have to say these two are just, you know, way out in front as my favourites. I really love them. So yeah, I really hope that you have enjoyed the process, and I don't know whether I will come back to do the other pieces with you guys or whether actually I should do them in slow time. But yeah, I'll kind of see how I get on time wise, and you know, we might come back and do these on another video. So yeah, I hope that this has given you some food for thought or some inspiration, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.